Hello, welcome to the tutorial which shows you how to create interactive SVG-based learning exercises in Radzen Blazor WebAssembly. I am Benjamin Fadina. So the first thing you want to do is you head over to my GitHub repository. This is my GitHub page. So Learning App is the repo for the project we're about to do. Learning App DB is the repo for the database for the completed project, while Learning App Starting DB is the starting database query for the project. So the first thing you want to do is you need to get the starting database for the project. So let me click on the link. So I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to open Visual Studio 2022. So I'm going to click on Clone a repository. Now this is the repository I want to clone. So after pasting it there, then I'll click on Clone. So I'm going to go to Solution Explorer. There is a query file called SQL query _1. I'll double click on it. So now it's open in Visual Studio. The next thing I'm going to do is I'll click on Execute. So now server name, Phoenix, authentication, SQL Server authentication, username, SA, password. Trust server certificate true. Then I'll click connect. So the query has been executed successfully. If you go to View, Server Explorer, you could create a new data connection to the database here. Trust server certificate. This is the database we just created. So here we can see the tables. Here we can see the stored procedures as well. Now, having created the database, the next thing you want to do is to create the app with Radzen Blazor Studio. So let's fire up Radzen Blazor Studio. Not now. New application. Blazor web application. Click next. Name of the project is going to be Learning App. I'm using .NET 9. I'm using Blazor WebAssembly, and I've decided to use Fluent as the theme. The directory for my project this is the directory for my project on my computer. Then I'll click Finish. So as you can see, two projects have been created in my solution. I have the front-end project, which is the client project. Then I have the back-end project, which is the server project. The app is currently building. Let's wait. So it is now time. Now that the project is ready, it is now time to connect to the database we created earlier. So I click on Data, going to select MS SQL. Server is Phoenix. Authentication type is SQL login. Username is SA. Password. The database is going to be SVGDB. I don't want to use Entity Framework naming conventions. I'll leave this option on. That's pluralize or singularize generated object name. Then I click Next. So I'm going to select all the stored procedures. I'm going to enable optimistic concurrency. I click Next. I'm going to generate pages for CRUD. I'm going to select CRUD. I click Next. I'm going to select all the entities. Then I'm going to enable export to Excel. All these options I'm going to enable. I'm changing the date format to the format we use in Nigeria. Then I click Finish. So data source has been inferred. Let's run the project for the first time. It's currently building, as you can see. So this build succeeded. So this is what we have. Okay, so let's go back to Radzen Studio. Let's stop the project. Let's add security. ASP.NET Core Identity next. This is just what I want for this project. Then I click Finish. So now that we've added security, let me run the project again. So let me log in as admin. Admin. So I click login. So if I click on students, I have two students. So let me create a student user. I'm going to copy the admission number for the first student. Then I'll go to users. I'll click on add. So the email is just the admission number. The password is password_1. The password is password_1. That's the confirmed password, as you can see. I click save. So this student user has been created. Let me log out. Let me stop the app. Now, I'll go to the front-end project, that is the client project. I will expand pages folder. I'll right click on pages folder. I'm going to say new page. So under the new page template, I'm going to choose an empty page now. So I'll click next. The name of this empty page will be shapes exercise. I'm going to include it in main navigation, then I'll click finish. So as you can see, Blazor Studio is creating a new page. Now I'm going to open the project in Visual Studio to customize the project. So I'm going to double click Learning App Solution. If I go to Solution Explorer, you can see the front-end project, that is the client project, and the server project, which is the back-end project. So now let me expand the client project. Let me go to Pages. Remember I added a new page called Shapes Exercise. So I'm going to open that new page that I've just added in Visual Studio. So this is the new page. I'm also going to open the code behind for this page. So now it is time for me to customize the code behind for the page and the markup for the page. So it is time for me to customize the markup. So I'm going to clean all this. Save with other encoding. So I'm going to save with Unicode page 200. Okay. Now, after customizing the markup, it is time for me to customize the code behind. So it is time for me to customize the code behind for the page. Now I still need to do these ones very well. I'm coming. So these ones have been. So now let's look at the code behind. Let's see what is happening in the code behind. You see, you see, this comment talks about the purpose of the Blazor components. Now you have the region for dependency injection. Then you have the private fields region. Then you have lifestyle go methods. Here, here we load the highest score that the student has gotten in this exercise. This is an exercise that can be taken several times. Now we have this method which initialize the shapes. Then we have user interaction methods. This method is run when the user submits the exercise. Then we have the SVG generation methods. Then we have the helper class region. So we have this helper class called shape. So now let's go back to Blazor Studio. Let's run our project again. Oh, before we run the project, I forgot something. Let's look at the markup, because the markup is also commented as well. So this attribute restricts page access to authenticated users as well. Then we have the main container card. Then we have user space core alert. We have main content area. We have instruction section. We have list of possible shapes. We have the shape input grid. We have the submit button. We have result section. We have the score alert. Then we have the result header, detailed result grid. Then we have the retry button as well. So now let's run the project in Radzen Blazor Studio. Build succeeded. So I want to log in as the student. View, go to Server Explorer. Let me get a student. Or better still, let me go to ASP.NET users. Show table data. Okay. This is the number I need. Okay. So I'm going to log in as that student. The password is password_1. So I click login. Now if I click on shapes exercise, so this is the result of what we have done. Shapes exercise instruction. Look at each shape below. Let me make it bigger. Look at each shape below and type its name in the box underneath. When you are done, click the submit button to check your answers. Let's say cuboid. Cylinder. Let's say pyramid. Now, let me hit submit answers. Say new high score. Congratulations, you achieved a new score of 3 out of 18. And it shows all the correct answers as well, as you can see. So let's say try again. You can see shapes learning exercise, your best score 3 out of 18. Cuboid, cylinder, pyramid, semicircle. Submit answer. New high score. Congratulations, you achieved a new high score 4 out of 18. You can see your best score. Then there's this alert. Your score of 4 out of 18, 22.2. Wow. This is a bug. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let's log out.